Hi, if you have not tried this yet, Stoutland is an amazing card from the new set. It is a colorless stage 2 Pokemon that needs 2 energy to hit for 70, and that doesn't sound that great until you read the ability. Guard Dog Visage force your opponent to play an extra energy into the Pokemon that is in the active spot if they actually want to attack. This one is going to be a really fun deck, especially in the first week of the new set. This is because people just don't read in this game and they are going to stay there wondering why I am not able to attack with my Lord if I already have 4 energy. Now the best Pokemon to play with Stoutland is going to be Tapu Lele. Now that you're forcing your opponent to play extra energy on their Pokemon, that means that Tapu Lele is going to hit harder and is going to be able to hit on the bench also. Since we can hit the Pokemon on the bench with Tapu Lele, it's always a good idea to play a copy of Cyrus on this deck, and I'm sure that there's many different ways to play this deck, but I think my favorite is Kangaskhan. In this deck in specific, it is a great tank Pokemon that is going to go into the active spot first, giving you time to build all your Pokemon in the bench, but also apply a lot of pressure. As you can see, we're playing a lot of colorless Pokemon, so an addition of Ilima, it's great to avoid losing points in early game. Now the rest of the deck is there to give consistency, and that's it. Before I leave you with a couple of replays with this deck, please consider to like and subscribe. So yeah, let's see this deck in action. Okay, so the first game that we're going to see today, it's going to be against Lord EX, one of the strongest cards in the new set. And he's going to start with a Poipole in the active spot and Lord in the back. I'm going to start with Kangaskhan in the active spot and Lollipop in the bench. Now my first card that I'm going to draw is going to be Tapu Lele, and I already have the full evolution line, so I'm going to be able to go into Stoutland soon enough. Now we're going to do the first attack with Kangaskhan. If I was gonna be able to hit double coin flips, I will be able to take care of that Poipole, but I only got one. Now he's going to use his turn to heal with the Pokemon Center Lady, plus use the Poison Barb. That way if I attack I'm going to get poisoned. It is not that big of a deal if I get poisoned with Kangaskhan because I already have a lot of hit points and he does not have enough energy to attack. So I'm going to risk it again. I'm going to try to attack with Kangaskhan. Fail both coin flips, and if you fail both coin flips you don't make damage, so the effect of the Poison Barb is not going to be activated. Now he's going to have the exact same luck that I had, so he's also going to fail the coin flips. I'm going to start building energy on Tapu Lele on the bench. That way I'm going to be able to do damage on that Lord at some point. Now I will hit both coin flips. I'm going to get poisoned by that, but that is not that big of a deal because we need to remember that in order to activate the effect from Ilima, I need to have the Pokemon that is colorless with some damage. Now he's going to move the Lord to the active spot with only 3 energy, so you can only attack for 30 damage. He's going to use the ability trying to remove my energy. He's going to fail trying to do that. Now what I am going to do is move the Kangaskhan with Ilima back to my hand. That will allow me to move my Pokemon to the active spot and evolve into Stoutland. Now using the Pokeball I'm going to do my deck a little bit smaller, placing the Kangaskhan and attacking for 70 hit points. Now even if he does use that energy on that Lord, he's not going to be able to attack, so that's going to buy me some time to attack again for another 70 points with the Stoutland, or if I switch into Tapu Lele I will be able to attack for 80 points. Now in this moment Stoutland lose all his energy, meaning that I'm not going to be able to take advantage of that or being able to finish the game with Tapu Lele. So I think in this moment that my best option is to just get my Stoutland back to my hand, place Lollipop since he only needs 1 energy to attack for 20, and in that moment Lord is going to go to 80 hit points, and that's in the range that I need to be able to finish the game with Tapu Lele. Now it is the turn for my opponent, and I think he may be a rage quit or something because he had to wait a lot. I just cut the video a little bit, and yeah, I think he just left the game after that. I can retreat. I place my Tapu Lele on the active spot, and that is enough to attack to make 80 points of damage on that Goose Lord and giving the extra 2 points that I needed to finish the game. Okay, now for the next game, we're gonna be playing against a really odd deck. This guy is playing some kind of poison deck with Mach, but also Celesteela, and Krogank, trying to evolve it into Toxicroak. So I will assume that he is playing some kind of Nihilego deck. And I will start with, again, Kangaskhan in the active spot, Lillipup on the bench, but I already have my Rare Candy and my Stoutland ready to evolve. Now he's going to start placing another Grimmer in the bench, attacking for 10 points, but also poisoning Kangaskhan. Now, in my turn, I get the second copy of Lillipup, I place the energy on Kangaskhan, and I will be ready to start doing some damage if I roll the coin flips correctly. But in this case, I was not able to do that damage, so I was not putting the pressure that I would like to put on that Grimmer, and that allows him to get a little bit of time to evolve Mach and build energy. He also is going to use the Poison Barb, making sure that every Pokemon that attacks into Mach is going to get poisoned again. And I just need to keep attacking, keep building a little bit of damage and putting pressure into Mach. Now, since I was already poisoned from the last turn, I'm not going to have any problem attacking into that Mach with the Poison Barb. He is going to take advantage of the fact that Kangaskhan was poisoned to attack with Venom Shock, hitting for 120. Now I will be able to evolve into Stoutland, place the second energy, use the copy of Kuzma to remove the Poison Barb, and attack for 70 hit points. Now he is going to need to use the energy that he has into Mach if he wants to attack. But even if he does attack, he is going to lose that Mach on the next turn, so he decided to go ahead and use Leaf, moving Mach to the bench and moving Toxicroak to the active spot. Now Toxicroak is a Pokemon that only needs 1 energy to use an attack that is going to poison the opponent Pokemon and do 20 poison damage instead of the usual 10. But again, he needs 2 energy to be able to attack for the ability of Stoutland, so he was not able to take advantage of that attack from Toxicroak. Now he's going to heal, place a second energy, and now he is able to poison my Stoutland, doing the first 20 points into that Pokemon. And now I already have all the energy that I need on my bench. I think it is better in this time to make sure that I have my second Stoutland ready, switch one to the other so I can heal that poison and attack again for 70 damage. Now he only has 2 options, Grimmer or Mach. None of them have enough energy to attack in the next turn, so I have a little bit of an advantage. Now, I think that he tried to move Grimmer for 2 different possibilities, 2 options. One of those is he still have not read the ability, so he may try to poison with the attack of Grimmer, but that's not going to work. And in that moment, well, he doesn't have any extra cards in the hand. The Pokemon in the active spot only has 70 hit points left, so the only thing that I need to do is attack to get my second point. Now, he only has 2 options in his bench, Celesteela and Mach. He moves the Mach to the active spot, and if he does not move it, and it's going to be really difficult to move it, he is going to lose the game. He needs 3 energy to move the Mach to the bench, but he decided to not do it, so that is enough. In this moment I just decided to play a little bit with Tapu Lele to finish the game that way, to show you that it is a good follow-up if you need it, if you have an opponent with a Pokemon with a lot of energy. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.